Hello guys, welcome to another Napoleon Total War multiplayer battles. I'm with the 2v2 on Italian Grasslands. I'm not playing with any of my friends, which is very rare these days for me. As this will be actually one of my first victories playing as Prussia. Usually I never play as Prussia. So I guess I'll quickly go over the units. So I try to keep my cav base around the same. I have 2 Lancers and 2 Hussars. And then I have 5 Prussian Fusiliers. And pretty much all the rest of my infantry is Musketeers, and then I have 1 Foot Guard. And then I have a regular general. Then my ally played as France. Looks to me as he has 2 Chasseurs et Cheval, actually it looks like 3, and 2 Dragoons, or Cuirassiers. If he quit shifting his stuff, yeah, it looks like 2 Cuirassiers and 3 Chasseurs et Cheval. And then, looks to me that he has 4 Chasseurs, and all of his line is Fusiliers. And then, our enemies played one as Ottomans. So it looks like he has 4 Janissaries, Delhi Horsemen. Obviously going to be mostly credit infantry, including his lights. Obviously he's going to have 5. And then looks to be a lot of mounted credits. And then my enemy British player pretty much, let's see here. Looks to me he has 2 King's German Legion Dragoons, 5 Lightfoot, and I think he has mostly based of Highlanders, Foot Guards, and just regular foot. So this, for once, in these Italian grassland battles, there's actually going to be a battle on this flank, I think. Not too much is going to go down for at least a little bit of time. As you can see how I'm forming this flank already. He's going to kind of have the advantage on me on position, but I'm going to send one of my Hussars in to target his light foot. He's going to try to counter that with his foot, his King's German Legion Dragoons. But I'm going to get the charge in, and I'm going to be able to get my light infantry and my line into position, or kind of into position, but my Prussian Fusiliers will beat them there, and now the battle has officially started, pretty much. I also try to send my Lancers in. But look at this cluster of an area.
Our men are running, sir.
As I lost my Hussars. I almost said Cuirassiers. But my Lancers are going to go right into those King's German Legion Dragoons. By this point, this is the major part of the battlefield. This is going to be a big, huge battle area.
Our men are running, sir.
Crap, did I already lose another unit? Oh, there goes my Lancers, apparently. Those Dragoons aren't dead yet, somehow. Oh, there they go. For this point, I have the advantage over the British player. I have my lights. Put down that extra firepower. But at this point, my French ally isn't doing so hot, but actually he's got a good flank on the Ottoman, but all this cav back here is going to be a problem, but that's not for later. At this point, I have a lot of extra infantry that can be used later, which will be used later. I mean, this flank's gonna... He's gonna retreat his infantry, if I remember correctly. At this point, every area I have the advantage over him. Not every area, but pretty much. So he's actually going to push up, it looks like. But I'm going to notice this. But this unit decided to go around for some unknown reason. You have to end up repositioning that musketeer unit. But as you can see, my British enemy completely fell back. For some reason I was pushing back up. I don't know what he's doing. And now I have to go up against all these Ottoman units. So I reposition that Prussian Fusilier with my musketeers. So I have this one random unit over here about to put a nice volley
Our men are running,
into
sir.
the backs of these Ottomans. You can see all the Janissaries coming in. Do I not have, I was gonna say, do I not have them on fire at will? Look at that. Look at that. That was a massive volley. But at this point, that unit finally routed, so I had to push another musketeer in. I still have 2 extra units back there. But my French ally has the Ottoman surrounded on this hill. And now there's a massive cav battle happening. But I have a good position, as I've already gotten all the volleys off that I need. So I charged in my hussars. Kind of trying to do that down the line charge in my cav, which I do sometimes succeed at. With the Ottoman on this little flank here, my units are actually doing fairly well against all the units. With all these Janissaries for the Ottoman just combined into one unit of French, it's those Janissaries aren't going to do as much damage as they should do. My cav actually did a good amount of damage. It looks like these foot guards might have to
Our
come into
men
play.
are running, sir.
As I have lost my allied general. You see all the British cows moving in. But I do get my infantry into a square. As of this moment, it's pretty much me holding up this area, but my ally's doing very, very well against the Ottomans. But these Janissaries are just a problem anytime. I'm finally beginning to rout the resistance over here against me on my flank. And you see, I did have to push my foot guards and musketeers up over here to help the flank hold. So that Dragoon stayed on my square for quite a good amount of time. It's now finally moved out. But as of this moment, my allied French player is beginning to rout the enemy infantry, but there's a lot of Janissaries left. Then to combat against. And now the British player is trying to charge in against my infantry again. Or I think he was trying to. But I'm finally starting to rout this area here. The Ottoman is starting to falter on my flank.
One of our units has used all its ammunition, sir.
Oh, and this unit ran out of ammo. So that means I'm going to probably charge them into the back of these Ottomans. Then my allied cav, or my ally, have succeeded over the Ottoman cav for the most part. But my allies also beating back these Janissaries pretty good. As of now, the main British force is over here. But the Ottoman has pretty much faltered at this point. I don't actually have too much of British force left on this flank. See, the Ottoman unit came back from routing. So I was hoping that that unit was going to rout.
Our men are running.
As it turns out, it's not going to. So I'm going to end up changing to face this unit, but I end up charging them against them anyways. Get the charge in, quickly rout them, and then turn around and charge against them. Or I just send my cav in. But now my foot guards are putting down some pain over on this flank. Really big amount of pain. Then I decided to charge in one of my last cav units, my Lancers.
Our men are running, sir.
At this point, my allied French player has done a lot of damage to these Janissaries, but there's a lot still existing. And now I'm getting ready to flank them. Pretty much. But the British line over here is quickly faltering to my foot guards and musketeers. So my Lancers did their job and got a good charge in and quickly took out this little flanking maneuver that was going against me and my musketeers, which would have probably started a chain reaction down this line. But now I'm quickly pushing the British player back.
Our men are running, sir.
So there goes that Lancer unit, probably got killed by friendly fire. The Ottoman player actually still has a decent amount of force left, but they're mostly light infantry and the Janissaries. As these Janissaries are actually finally getting to rout, there's only, well, there's 3 out of 4, but once one routs, the whole entire rest of them begin to falter. But I've eliminated pretty much the whole British army at this point. Surprisingly, I thought that the Prussian army wasn't going to do that good against this British army. But the way that my enemy played it, he didn't do much damage at either flank. So with all my force that remained, I just quickly pushed him up and eliminated the rest of them. And at this point, my ally pretty much doesn't really need my help. I mean, he might against the rest of the Janissaries, but at this point I'm not really seeing it to be needed. He might. I think his light foot ran out of ammo.
To the standard!
Yeah, they must have ran out of ammo.
Retreat!
So the rest of the British army is gonna basically go around this building.
Scared. This building has fallen to the enemy.
So all the Janissaries are just, they're doing damage, but they're faltering very, very quickly. I'm quickly performing a flanking maneuver just to try to get close enough to eliminate the rest of the enemy force. I see a lot of dead Prussians, but I also see more dead British. It's that one Janissary. So my ally has a little bit of force left, but the remaining amount of his force is going to get rid of the rest of these Janissaries.
One of our units has used all its ammunition, sir.
So I think when I start running out of ammo with my Fusiliers is that I'm going to start charging them in at random units like the usual process. Yep, there we go, there they go. Let me see, what do I have in the building? 2 musketeers against a Highlander and another. Actually, that's a foot guard. So these musketeers are actually going to fare decently well. As you can see, I got them in the square against that general charge.
One of our units has used all its ammunition, sir.
Another Prussian Fusilier. No, musketeer actually ran out of ammo. As you can see, I did lose a musketeer unit already out of the building, but that's understandable. It was already quite depleted, like the rest of my army, pretty much. But it looks like the Janissaries are gone. There's only one remaining one, and that's just going to quickly get... Or just rout. Never mind. I was going to give a challenge, but no, it's just going to
Glorious victory, sir, is soon to be yours.
So, the remaining British army is going to quickly get shot. I think most of that unit, I think most of the unit went into the building. It's just that for some reason sometimes they'll just glitch out and not want to go into the building completely with the rest of the unit. But this poor lonely King's German Legion foot is staring out at the edge of the map, and it's going to get shot. Just going to watch this. There they all go. That's pretty much the end of that unit. At this point, all that remains of the British force is Highlander, Foot Guard, Highlander, Lightfoot, and the General Staff. So, not much remaining. At this point, this building is quickly faltering to my units. I'm charging these Prussian Fusiliers. It looks to be that Highland foot, but they're going to get charged by the general. That unit ran out of ammo, which probably is going to charge in a second. But there they all go. There goes the whole entire rest of the army, except for the general. The general's going to put up a decent little fight. You know, sometimes they have decent morale for once. I'm going to make that final move with my infantry to attack.
One of our units has used all its ammunition, sir.
For some reason, the general's just going to run away. Yeah, he just decided to charge. Oh, I forgot already that I, for some reason, and never noticed that I got charged back here, and I think my general was dead. I forgot, yet again, about that moment. I never noticed it until after the battle that I saw that my general was so low. And I'm pretty sure he's dead. He might not be dead, I don't know. He's just somewhere in this pile, or he's there. You can tell me in the comments if he's alive or not. By looking at this unit, if that guy with the bloom is him, tell me in the comments. I don't know. If not, then he's dead. But for the most part, this is going to be the end of my general staff, or it's just going to end up being him routed by my allies, Chasseurs H. Val. Yeah, he's going to change his direction. But I still have a good, decent chunk of my army. So that would be a really good force to have. It's just that with him, I got numerous advantages over him. But you see, I still have a lot of dead men. His army all died right here. All right here. There goes his general. So that is the end of this battle, you guys. Thank you for watching. More to come. Plenty. At this point, I'm pretty sure I'm getting close to my 50th win. So, coming soon. Peace.